This episode has been brought to you by the National Advertising Challenge.
Are you responsible for your brand's voice? Do you love big ideas? NAC is a brief-based competition where brands ask for creative ideas to help solve their biggest marketing challenges. Brands write the brief. We send them out to top creative teams across the country. Leading creative directors judge the concepts. You own all the ideas. Learn more about partnerships at nationaladvertisingchallenge.com.
You mentioned there was the creativity behind the deal, and then the creativity that would go into what the actual plan is. Which one do you spend more time on?
They both are equal. It's easier to make mistakes on paper than it is on building something. So you spend an inordinate amount of time with architects, engineers, and input from all different facets of looking at demographics and psychographics and who's going to end up being in this space, who's going to use the space is so much a part of it. In the old days when I was building for a drugstore or a grocery store, it was pretty simple. They had done all the work. They wanted to be somewhere. They have a design, adhere to their design, and there's not much thought to it. But when you start doing mixed use, when you start putting people's working lives together with where they're going to reside and where they're going to shop, very, very different methodology, much more complicated, and that's fun. But it's also extremely strenuous. I much prefer creating the first part of the deal as finding a piece of dirt, finding a derelict building and saying, okay, what are we going to do with this? And who do we put together? And how does this work? And how do we resolve all the issues of financing, long-term hold versus short-term hold? What are the expectations of returns? All the math stuff that with my grade 10 math education, I never thought I'd be able to apply. So it's fascinating and it's very rewarding. And finding that, it was very easy when I was at my old job because we had the public markets that anytime you had to raise money and capital, you just do it. The only thing is that you're beholden to everybody at Oakdale and Florida and Forest Hill because they're all your shareholders and they're all wondering what you're up to and did I shave today and am I wearing sweats and am I wearing my hat backwards, et cetera, et cetera. I remember speaking cars and business. I remember once one of our investors thought it was inappropriate that I was driving a Rolls Royce when I was 40 years old. And I took great, I was insulted by what's his business, but the fact is he's a shareholder. He believes he owns a piece of me, and I guess he's within his right. I just didn't want to hear about it.